Hi, it's Mike Stevenson here. Today in this video, I'm going to take a look at a scenario where we take the sample we did for the basic Hello World integration from a console app with Azure OpenAI, but we're now going to add OpenTelemetry, log into it, and log into Application Insights. So in this video, we're going to have a look at how we extend that first application to get some login enabled. So there's a couple of things we're going to call out here to begin with. So first off, we're going to use OpenTelemetry on the AI framework, but in order to use that, we need to specify a trace provider and a meter provider, which will basically make some, we'll be configuring the export of this data to go to App Insights, for example. Now, a couple of things I need to do because it's a console app. The first one is I need to use a start activity. And this basically means that in App Insights, a lot of the telemetry is searchable, but some of the features like the standard telemetry search hang off a request object or a request log event. So I'm going to put a custom one in because it's a console app. But if this was a web app or an API running on app service, for example, that would be already done out the box by the framework inside that hosting environment. But because it's a console app, I need to do it myself. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to force the flush to make sure that telemetry gets pushed to Azure because it's a console app again, and I'm doing a really basic scenario. Some of this stuff would be handled out the box in other deployment models of using the OpenTelemetry and App Insights features. Now, really simple view of what this code's going to look like. So here we're going to specify the trace provider. So I'm adding sources for my custom code and for the AI framework that Microsoft provide. I'm going to specify that I want the console exporter and the App Insight one, which is basically the Azure monitor. And I'm going to specify my App Insights connection string here. I'm also going to specify some meters to get exported. So I'm going to ask it to export the Microsoft AI Frameworks meters and again push those to App Insights. This bit of code's really very similar with the exception of this one line where we'll specify to use OpenTelemetry. And the bit where I'm going to specify the custom request is implemented using the start activity, and I'm going to do like a server type of activity, so that'll make it create a request in App Insights, and then inside that I'm going to call my code to call out to OpenAI. Now we're going to dig a bit deeper into this, obviously in a proper code walkthrough in a few minutes. Just to kind of paint the picture of how this flows, so the console app calls the OpenAI just like before, but it also now calls the SDK, and we've got exporters for Azure Monitor / App Insights, but also the console exporter here, which will let me see it in the console window when I'm debugging. So next up, we're going to look at the sequence flow here. So if we think the console app basically creates that build or builds that trace provider, which is done against the OpenTelemetry SDK. We then start our request activity, and then here we're going to make the call out to OpenAI. We get the response back, and then we can set some sort of values, and I'm going to do this on the request object just so I've got it, but there's a bunch of log entries will get created by the SDK that we're using that'll appear in App Insights, and we're going to look at those as well. Now, what do we actually see in App Insights? So there's going to be a few things. The first one is the custom request that I created is going to appear as a request event. The stuff that the out of the box SDK is going to create is going to appear as dependencies. So we'll see a dependency for the call out to OpenAI, but it'll also record some metrics. So you'll see in the metric logs, you'll see some stuff getting recorded by the SDK as well. And what we're looking to see when we look at, say, if we look at the end-to-end transaction, so that would be my request, and then the one from the SDK will be this dependency here. And then you'll see down in the custom properties over here, you'll get some properties that the SDK is going to log, such as the tokens used down here, and there'll be a bunch of other stuff on that as well. So we'll start getting some nice, useful info in those logs. Finally, we'll have some queries that we can run in KQL queries we can run against the logs. So I'll provide a few samples of these, but you can see, for example, we can get the token counts, we can summarize them by hour and by application and stuff like that. So let's have a walkthrough of this application if we run it then, and I'll just explain what's happening here. Okay, we'll just start the right sample. Okay, so if we walk through what's going on now, we're still going to have the console login if we need it, like we had in the first video. But this stuff's all the same as the first video up until this point here. So this is where, for the first time, we're going to start using some of the telemetry stuff. So we can see we're going to create an activity source. We're then going to create a resource builder, add the service. We'll create our trace provider. So you'll see here we did things like add the sources we want. We also add the exporter for Azure Monitor. That'll make stuff go into App Insights. Now, one thing to note, if we look at line 43 here, one of the things I've done is I've made sure that we log all of our... That's not what we want. We'll log all of our App Insights events. So by default, sampling's probably going to be turned on. So you're not going to get every log event. Now, in the real world, you may or may not want that, depending on exactly what your requirements are. But for me, I've disabled sampling, which means I'll get all of my log events. So then we create our meter provider. That's basically going to send those metrics along with the log events. I've then created my chat client, and here's where we're going to start the custom activity. So this run AI prompt is just my custom request. That'll make my out-of-the-box SDK events will just hang off that request. So I'm really just simulating what would happen in a web app, for example. Here we're going to call out to the chat client. So I've specified my system prompt. We get our response back. And now I'm going to read the tokens. So here you'll see what we used, sent 20 in, got about 100 back. Now, I am going to log these. So these two lines here, 86 and 87, I'm adding those tokens to my request. That's kind of optional. I'm just doing it because I think it's not a bad thing to do. But the tokens will be on the out-of-the-box events that the OpenTelemetry captured from the agent SDK anyway. Now, we'll just come out now. The key bit with that request, when we sort of dispose of that here, that's going to call that event to be made available for OpenTelemetry. And then I'm just going to force it to flush, and that'll push the sort of the events up to App Insights. Now, if I bring down my Azure portal here, so there's a couple of things we're going to see if we look at the different features in App Insights. So the first one is we've got the agent dashboard over here. So we're not really building an agent yet, but some of this login will make bits of this dashboard come alive. So you'll see we'll start getting our token consumption down at the bottom here. We'll start seeing our models with numbers of calls and stuff like that. We won't see any agents or tools yet. That'll be in a future video. Now, the next thing that I'll be able to see is in the search here. We'll start seeing some of this telemetry going through. So if we just give that a second to run. So here's my most recent prompt, and you can see what we saw on the screen before. So this is my custom request. So this is properties on the right here that I specified. But the bit that came out of the box was this ChatGPT or GPT-401 for the model. So you can see on the right here, there's all these Gen AI properties that got set by the SDK. So we've got things like the model, the provider, and down at the bottom here, we've got numbers of tokens. So that's how we'll be able to sort of view our transactions and see how many tokens we're getting used on each request. Now, what I can do, I can go to the logs, for example. So if I go back to my sample here, so I've got some README files that explain how this all works. But if I wanted to do things like, we'll list the calls to the AI, for example. So here I could do a KQL query that I can put in here, and I'll just get a list of all the calls that have recently been made, and I can just project out fields that'll kind of, tell me things like the number of tokens. I will be able to do things like aggregate those and look at them based on different metrics and stuff. But the other thing I'll be able to do is I'll be able to also look at the custom metrics. So, for example, if I look at this one, so we've got input and output tokens by hour. So this is on a different table. So this is where these custom metrics get pushed out by OpenTelemetry. And you can see here we've got this is the full table, so these are all the metrics, and then if I run the full query, you can see I've got how many tokens by hour of the different types of tokens, which I think is a really great way to build some kind of dashboard with that. Now, hopefully that's a good getting started of how you can start using OpenTelemetry with the agent framework and start getting some good observability, and we can get a view from the tokens of how much usage we're going to have. And thank you for listening to today's video. In the next video, we're going to start looking at how we capture the prompts and the message bodies for interacting with our LLM.